Endurance bikes are hugely popular as they give you speed, low weight and a comfy riding position, and lots of useful frame features. But which one is best? I've tested a host of the best to find out and whittled it down to a top 3 shootout from our 5 contenders. But before we dive deep into the testing, a big thanks to Met Helmets for putting some podgy tuft magic into this year's Bike of the Year testing. If you like my lid, you can find out more about it via the link in the description. Right, let's take a look at the bikes. In no particular order, we tested the Canyon Endurace CF SLX 8 Di2 with its cutting-edge frame set, Ultegra Di2, deep carbon wheels and a power meter, all for under £5,000. With a host of aero flourishes, it is set up for speed. Then there's the Giant Defy Advanced Pro 2, which offers superb value without losing a lightweight feel and a fun ride. The wheel set and the finishing kit are also fantastic for the money. And we round out our contenders with the rather racy Cinelli Pressure ADR, which takes Cinelli's pressure aero design and gives it an endurance makeover. Let's waste no time and get right to the winner. Our Endurance Bike of the Year for 2024 is the Giant Defy Advanced Pro 2. In fact, this £3,500 long distance speed machine is so good, it's also our overall Bike of the Year. Costing a whopping £8,000 less than the range topping model, the Advanced Pro 2 is only a kilo heavier than its £11,500 big brother. I noticed that extra mass on long climbs, although the difference is hardly worth complaining about when the Advanced Pro 2 model costs so much less. The Fondo 1 tyres also don't have the same lightweight construction as the Cadex tyres on the SL0 or the zip of the Continental GP5000 STRs on the Canyon Endurace. I, and I suspect many of you, can accept a little loss of pace when the trade-off is such a high level of comfort and grip. The ride position is the sweet spot between sporty and comfortable. It's only 15mm taller than the TCR and just 9mm shorter in the same size. And that makes for a bike that can be very quick when you want, but is also calm and relaxed when sitting up. The steering is quick and responsive, making the bike a stunning descender. When you add that nimble feel to the grippy big volume buzz-reducing tyres, plus the outstanding power and feel of the Shimano 105 brakes, it becomes confidence-inspiring. Point to point over any terrain, the Defy is about as quick as they come. It's race bike fast on rolling terrain, no slouch on the flat, and with faster tyres, it'd be even better. That's the Defy in a nutshell, but you might be wondering how it defeated the competition. Let's start with the frame set, because that's the heart of any bike, and on any endurance bike, there are some key features we always look for. Those are the tyre clearances, aero touches, and of course, mudguard mounts. Endurance bikes have typically offered more tyre clearance than road race bikes, the intention being to make them more comfortable on the less than perfect road surfaces we typically ride. But some bikes like the Roubaix are pushing things to gravel bike territory with space for 40mm tyres. The Defy doesn't give much away here, boasting space for 38mm, whilst the Endurace has room for 35mm rubber. The only bike lacking in the clearance department is the Cinelli, with just 30mm. This is less than you might expect of a modern road race bike, with the Giant's TCR, Specialized Tarmac SLA, and many others coming with room for wider tyres. I felt that the Cinelli didn't suffer for the limited clearances, but if you want to run wide tyres, this won't be the bike for you. Aero frameset features help you go a bit faster, and the Canyon Endurace was noticeably fast on flat roads. Its head tube, down tube and seat tube all carry learnings from Canyon's aero race bikes, and I found this bike to be a super efficient bike on long rides. But without putting these bikes in a wind tunnel, it's impossible to say definitely which of these bikes is the fastest. While I'm on the subject of aero features, the Endurace uses the CP0018 aero cockpit that debuted on the current generation Aeroad. This makes it the only bike with an integrated cockpit, and it features an innovative 40mm of width adjustment. That said, the system is proprietary, so you can't switch it out for another cockpit, whilst at the time of recording, it wasn't listed as a purchasable part on Canyon's direct-to-consumer site, nor can you swap it at the point of purchase. While the width adjustment will be great for some, you're stuck with the stem length supplied when you buy. The Canyon also misses out on mudguard mounts, which is a real shame because the rest of the bike is so well thought out, but it isn't the only culprit. Only the Defy gets mudguard mounts. So if you prefer riding outside year round, then this should be the top of your list. Endurance bikes need to be efficient over long miles, and weight is a key part of that. The Defy Advanced Pro frame wasn't the lightest on test at a claimed 860 grams for a size medium, but the 8.48 kilogram build is brilliant for the money. The Canyon at 7.98 kilos is lighter, but it costs £1,500 more, while the Cinelli tips the scales at 9.18 kilos. The Defy also gets the same advanced SL grade fork at 345 grams that you'll find on the range-topping bikes. So for the money, this is an excellent package. So when you balance money and weight, the Defy Advanced Pro 2 takes an easy win. I would say the most impressive performer in the group set department was the Canyon with Shimano's Ultegra Di2. It comes with a single-sided power meter, but it is disappointing not to get a dual-sided. Mechanical shifting is still a great option for an endurance bike, however. Many electronic group set users will have a story of being miles from home with a flat battery. With the dependability of mechanical shifting and the buttery smooth lever feel that Shimano's 105 12-speed group set provides, you'll be well equipped by any of these builds. Giant's SLR2 36 carbon disc wheelset is 36mm deep, and the wheels feature a hookless design with a progressive 22mm wide internal width. This perfectly suits the 32mm tubeless tyres supplied, and the result is low pressures and mountains of comfort. The SLR hubs use lighter hub shells than the previous generation wheels, while the 3-pole free hub with 30-tooth ratchet gives an engagement angle of 12 degrees for decent pedalling pickup. Sapim Sprint spokes complete the build for a respectable weight of 1,535 grams a pair. The competition features some solid but uninspiring wheels. The Cinelli's Alloy Mavic Casirion wheelset comes in at a claimed 1,790 grams, and they're okay, but they're a little lacking in speed and responsiveness. The Canyon Endurace's DT Swiss ERC 1400 hoops are more competitive, but these come on a bike retailing at £1,500 more. So once again, the Defy is seriously hard to fault for performance to value. How a bike rides is crucial to whether you'll love it or hate it, and this is where the Giant Defy excelled for me. It combines all-day comfort with low weight. That makes the hills a lot easier, and some aero touches to help you stay fast on flatter roads. Giant have backed this up with a balanced ride that's fun through the corners. It's a truly excellent package. On rolling roads, the Endurace keeps its speed well. I think this was the best bike on test for efficiency. The ride position, whilst being comfortable and more upright than a race bike, is still sporty enough. The shallow drop of the bars means you can get down and stay down in a more aerodynamic position for longer. The Italian take on the endurance bike has always been much more aggressive than most, and the Cinelli is the most race bike-like of the bunch. That said, it's very cleverly tempered by a ride that, whilst firm, also has enough forgiveness in the frame and fork to smooth over poor road surfaces. The Defy truly impressed on long rides, with the defused SL seat post and excellent carbon layup providing plenty of comfort. The most direct handling comes from the Cinelli. The steering requires minimum input to respond, and it feels nimble, perfect for navigating poor road surfaces and sudden line changes mid-corner. The Pressure ADR is sure-footed with it though, and it's remarkably balanced on rapid descents, for example, where confident accuracy is the key. The fast reactions feeling really controlled. However, for riders looking for a bike to ride all year round and whatever the weather, the Cinelli Endurace have one major flaw. That's the omission of dedicated mudguard eyelets. Say what you like about aesthetics, not having them ruined a lot of rides, and in the especially wet testing period, this shortcoming has been an almost ever-present issue. So our endurance and overall bike of the year for 2024 is the Giant Defy Advanced Pro 2. It gave us comfort, speed, balanced handling, sensible frame features, a decent weight, and an excellent spec list, all at a reasonable price. But do you agree with our pick? Let us know in the comments below before you check out this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.